Hey guys, welcome back to Roblox Jetset. Today we'll talk about the best Roblox Jojo games. Let's head into it. Number 7, A Bizarre Day. It features the most diversified movesets, the finest maps, and the nicest looking stands. What holds it back is the programmer's failure to respond to community criticism and other issues. Play it if you want the greatest Jojo Roblox experience, a higher level game. Number 6, Your Bizarre Adventure. Basically ABD, I'm not claiming it's a clone, but it lacks ABD's movesets and stands. Play it if you want a lengthy and enjoyable grind with a lot of stands, a high level game. Number 5, Stand Upright. This is a really amazing idea with a lot of promise. There isn't much that stands out, but it's not awful. It's a fun way to kill time. C-level game. Number 4, Project Jojo. It's not great, but it's adequate. I don't like the stands or the leveling system, and I don't like how someone can one-shot if they are a few levels above you, making ability irrelevant and just how long you played the game count. Furthermore, it has the most poisonous community. If you're a masochist, you'll enjoy. A D-tier game. Number 3, Identity Fraud. You should certainly give Identity Fraud a go. It's a horror-themed puzzle/maze game that enthusiasts refer to as a JoJo game. The goal of the game is to navigate through all 3 mazes without being killed by the monsters. There are 3 gates at the end of each labyrinth, and you must push the green button to open them. The first map is simply a ladder corridor and is the scariest in my view. The second map is a gloomy hedge maze. The third location is an abandoned office/hospital of some type. You'll come across a variety of monsters. Stan is the most frequent creature in all 3 labyrinths, and he's completely black with flashing red eyes. He will emerge behind you and will follow you when you turn your back. He is more terrifying than irritating, and he will not be able to harm you as long as you keep your eyes on him. You have to turn around for a while to get away from him and wait for him to scream, but it sounds like a loud wind. You must start running straight immediately without looking back. After around 10 seconds of running, he will vanish and cease following you. He appears to be an all-black knight. He isn't very frightening, and all he intends to do is follow you with his sword. Ralph, an uncommon find, was only discovered in the first labyrinth. To get away from him, you must lead him to another player in the game, and you will follow them instead. Fraud is rarely common, but it may be discovered in all 3 labyrinths. He is the most terrifying to many people since he masquerades as another player in the game, and is nearly difficult to escape. You'd assume he was just another random gamer, but when you see him wave, you know he's a swindler. Your screen will zoom, and you will, like him, accelerate. All you have to do is keep running until he decides to stop pursuing you. There's just no way for him to get away. James, only discovered in the 3rd labyrinth, he isn't frightening, and if you move, he merely follows after you. He will not assault you if you remain still and wait for him to pass. Again, he is more bothersome than terrifying since he occasionally keeps wandering around the same place, making it difficult to move around. Alice, discovered only in the 2nd labyrinth. She's floating about the labyrinth with a shining light and appears to be extremely peaceful. When she transforms into her full form, she has a body and will pursue you. She's quite simple to get by, just make sure you go by her faster while she is quiet. When there are a lot of people around, she tends to formality, so don't approach her in huge gatherings. There is a huge boss level at the conclusion of each of the 3 mazes. Although it is quite simple, it's not at all frightening. All you have to do is shoot him and not die. If this is your first time playing this game, it's best to play with a companion so you don't become too afraid. It may appear frightening at first, but remember, this is only a Roblox game. You may have your volume turned down for the most of that, but be sure to turn it up for the 3rd labyrinth. To obtain a broad understanding of the gameplay, watch a tutorial first, since they will offer you many suggestions on how to go through it. When I finished it for the first time, I was accompanied by a buddy who had already done it and could assist me through it. Make sure we have a good time. The best thing is that by completing the missions, you may earn up to 5,000 free Robux. Number 2, Extraordinary Adventures. It's a ripoff of most of the other JoJo games, and many of its characters have the same movesets. It also includes about 40 products, the most of which are bad. It's like a rating system where one day your stand that you spend hours on may be S tier, but the following day it's worth dirt and is D tier. Overall, it's not worthwhile to play. Don't squander your time. If you want to die, play it. Game of the F tier. Number 1, unreleased, Fate Story. I can't really score this game because it hasn't been published yet, but the stands are incredible, and if I had to evaluate it based on the appearance of the map and the stands as well as the selection of stands it'll have in the game, I'll give it an A. It has the friendliest and most welcoming community of any JoJo Roblox game. What do you think about these JoJo games? Which one is the best one? Let us know in the comment section. This brings us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss any of our videos in the future. Also, watch the 2 videos that are on your screen right now because I'm sure you'll love them. With that, I'll see you in the next video.